your body drop, it's getting harder to grieve. So I pray to the Lord as I fall to my knees. I don't know, but the devil keeps on talking to me. But I'll stay 10 toes, he ain't getting to me. I wanna see my brother make it. I wanna see my dreams work, cause I chased it. I wanna leave the earth knowing I ain't faked it. Cause when you die you have this money, you can't take it. God by my side, hope he gives me some patience. I'm every rap kid's dream of motivation. I wanna...
Welcome back, YouTube. It's your boy BeastModeSteven here, aka Hashtag Kid from Miami, and I'm back with another lit, yes sir, lit topic, y'all. Welcome back, y'all, to Friday Night Topics, y'all. Episode 28, y'all. Tonight's topic, y'all, is your relationship is a reflection of your future marriage, y'all. And definitely this is a very interesting topic, y'all, because nowadays, y'all, we get into relationships and, you know, some people decide not to get married and other people decide to be in a relationship for so long. But again, you know, a reflection of your relationship would definitely be a reflection of how your future marriage is going to be like. And then that is tonight's topic, y'all. A lot to unfold, a lot to really, you know, talk about, you know, for tonight's topic, y'all. But definitely, y'all, couple shout outs definitely to, again, Florida Panthers, y'all. We're 3-0 in the series, y'all, so this is amazing, y'all. I don't know how many years I've been waiting for my team to make the finals and actually win the cup, y'all. I've seen this team literally develop into an elite champion caliber team, y'all. So I'm excited about that. And, you know, definitely shout out to Boston Celtics. They're doing their thing, 3-0, definitely. And I did not even know this. I looked over this today, and I did not know Matthew Tkachuk and Jason Tatum went to high school together. That's crazy. I did not even know that. But it's crazy how life be like, y'all. But definitely, y'all, if you have not yet, appreciate y'all tuning in. I know y'all could have been doing something a lot better. You know, it's Friday. You know, there's a lot going on. You know, most definitely, y'all. But I hope y'all keeping safe. Hope y'all keeping blessed. And definitely keeping, you know, time for God. You feel me, y'all? But if you haven't yet, we're on the road to 100K subscribers, y'all. Most definitely, y'all. And definitely make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And definitely leave a positive comment down below, y'all. And let me know what your feedbacks are. Let me know if I missed anything, because I love hearing y'all feedback. You know, that's what really motivates me to do these amazing topics for y'all. You feel me? But other than that, y'all, let's get into the lit topic, y'all. And definitely, let's go. Let me talk about your relationship being a reflection of your marriage. There's a lot of things in a relationship that has to be mastered. And when I'm talking about master, I'm talking about you gotta be on top of it. I'm talking about not letting a week, 2 months go by without making that changement. Don't do that to yourself. The first thing is communication. Can you imagine doing weeks without hearing from your partner? You wake up, you do your daily routines, you go to work, make that cash, and you provide for those who love you and support you, and you also provide for yourself. But if that communication is not mastered, do you know how deep trouble you put your relationship, but also your future marriage in? And not a lot of people take that to consideration. Communication is not just a hi, bye. Communication is getting to know what happened throughout your entire week, throughout your entire day within your partner. So when it comes to mastering communication within your relationship, it is important, because mastering that is going to master your marriage future-wise. So when we get into communication as being the one thing that you got to master in order for your relationship being the reflection of your marriage to be positive, to be long-lasting, the biggest thing that people really struggle with throughout each and every day is really holding everything in, is really not really communicating. You know, you got to communicate. The day that you stop communicating, you're basically showing that you can't speak. There's a lot of people that want to have voices that don't have voices. There's a lot of people that have a lot on their mind that just, they want to get everything off their mind. And, you know, definitely, you know, a lot of things that people really struggle with is communication. So if you don't master communication, reflection of your relationship now and your future marriage is going to look disastrous. It's going to look like there's not a word to describe how bad it's gonna be. Like the moment you can't speak, you're basically showing you're a ghost. You're basically showing that you don't really have the strength and energy to communicate with the one person that's supporting you, that's really doing proper things in your life, that's really getting to a next level. So when it comes to communication, y'all, you gotta master that. You gotta master that in order for the reflection of your relationship and also marriage to actually progress in a way that you want it to be. So mastering that is the one thing that you have to focus on. And I know most people are gonna have bad days, and other people are gonna have good days at the end of the day. But again, life is not perfect. It's like literally you're elevating each and every day, and not mastering communication as being the one top thing is literally not a good thing to go down the road with. You know, always master communication, no matter how hard it is. Sometimes if you don't know the words to say, honestly, connect with the man above, you know, at the end of the day. So communication is the one thing you gotta master. Another thing, when it comes to reflection of a relationship leading to the reflection of your future marriage, is choose the right person for yourself. You know for a fact that, damn, like I know from the beginning everything sounds great, things are going amazing, but literally choosing the right person is having faithfulness. As hard it may be, you can't put your past in the present. It's literally something you gotta deal with before you try to continue forward in your future. So when it comes to the relationship being the reflection of your marriage, if you don't master being faithful, it is going to lead to a reflection of disaster future wise. Because yeah, it's like, it's so amazing, you know, being, you know, gifted with a great person and literally getting, you know, engaged in all that, and, you know, building the future and having life goals and whatnot. But when it comes to having faithfulness, it's literally a lot of the like top things that most people will struggle with. Because only why? Because they still battle with something deep inside that they don't communicate with. So when it comes to being faithfulness, you gotta master that. Don't master when you get engaged, master it now when you're in a relationship, or master when you're not in a relationship. Like, you have time, because when it comes to a relationship is literally like a testing road to see how things will really progress. And if you don't master things now, then it's going to be a disaster again future wise when you get married, you know. Because literally, like, I'm telling you, there was a time where we were just so excited to jump the broom and get married and all that, but people don't really realize that marriage is like literally a legal bond. So literally to undo it all could be a disaster, because once you're in it, it's literally not that simple to get out of it. There's a lot of process that you gotta go to. It's not simple, it's not easy. And how do I know this? Well, because I have friends who are married, so my circle is very small, and I keep and learning these things as I grow from people who already went through it, you know. So when it comes to having a relationship as a reflection to be, you know, the reflection of your marriage future wise, you gotta master, you know, the one thing, communication. A second thing, faithfulness. Most definitely, you know, it don't matter where you at, be the bigger person, be the top person, and handle faithfulness. Because there's a lot of things that we be doing and we don't take to consideration how we're affecting our significant other. You know, there's a lot of things that we do, and a lot of times people stay silent, you know, and it's not always good. Sometimes you got to communicate in order to understand, you know, what's really bothering you. So when you're trying to be faithful and your partner is, you know, doing the opposite, you know, sometimes you got to communicate. But it doesn't mean that you switch up and you become unfaithful because one person's not being faithful. You know, that, like, you know, fighting fire with fire is not really the good road to go down towards, you feel me? So when it comes to literally, you know, having faithfulness, that's one of the second things that you gotta literally master in your relationship. Because it's literally a trial, a tribulation that you're going through when you're literally in a relationship. You're learning the good and the bad. You're learning your struggles. You're learning what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy at the end of the day. So that's why it's like, it's easy when it's in a relationship because you can up and leave anytime. But when you cross that line and you make things permanent, like a marriage, it's a different ball game, you feel me? So that's why when it comes to having a relationship, you got to treat it as if you're already married. And that's where a lot of people don't understand the reflection part. Because if you think it's a walk in the park when you're in a relationship and you're still doing the same habits and you're still doing, the things that you know that you got to change, and you bring into your marriage, that's going to be a total disaster again. So faithfulness, another thing, are the habits. And I already mentioned it, the habits. Like, I don't need to open up more onto it, but the habits, like if a person ever tells you that they don't have no struggles or no habits, they don't know their weaknesses, is because they really never took the time to understand their own self. But to allow another person to learn you and understand you, and you don't understand your own self, that's not good. A lot of people have habits. There's nobody perfect in this world, but a lot of people have habits. And if you don't get a grip of your habits and make changes and master that before you make your relationship a reflection of your marriage, that's going to be a disaster again. So mastering how to eliminate your habits is an important thing to know. It's an important thing to literally go through each and every day and see, man, is this really you? Is this really something that's really a part of you? There's a lot of habits where we may think it's okay, but realistically, when it comes to a relationship side of things, it may never be okay with your partner. And if your partner's really reasonable and they care for you and they support you, they're going to tell you why. And they're going to put it in a way where it helps you understand that you really got to eliminate this if you really care for me, or if you really care, again, for another person or whoever is close to you. So when it comes to understanding your habits and eliminating your habits, that's one of the things that you got to master. Sometimes it takes time to reflect and see your habits, see what needs changes. Being grateful. A third thing, being grateful. There's a lot of people, over billions of people, that would love to be in your shoes. So when you're not grateful, do not be surprised if you start losing out on life when you're not grateful. The same way you prayed for it, the same way you were begging God for it and you got it, be grateful. Because the moment you start acting ungrateful, this is a reflection of how your marriage is going to be like if you don't master it right now in your relationship. And to be real, you don't even have to be in a relationship to master these things. You can do it while you're single. Get ahead of the game. Master being grateful. Because if it wasn't for being grateful as a person, a lot of things you have now could be easily taken away. Because the thing is, when it comes to this thing we call life, there's a lot of things that are temporary. Loads of things that are temporary. Being grateful, if you can mention it in your prayers, if you can mention it, each and every day how much you're grateful, then do it while you're in a relationship. Do it while you're also single. Like, be grateful of the things you have around and what you possess. Be grateful. Treating things how you treat it will show how grateful you are. If you're mistreating things in a certain way that you know yourself that you're not supposed to be treating it that way, that's showing how ungrateful you are. And a lot of people fall into this trap because they feel that what they have and they could be ungrateful, it could never be easily taken away. But that's not true. It could be taken away easy if you're not grateful. So when you don't master, again, being grateful in a relationship side of things, it will be a reflection of your marriage and show how ungrateful you are. Yeah, you could walk around with a giant ring on your finger. Yeah, you know, you could have documents that show your marriage and all that. You're happy, you finally made it and all that. But it can easily be taken away if you're not grateful. Consistency. Y'all heard the word before. If you're gonna wake up doing the same thing and knowing your purpose, is literally continuing that same thing each and every day with having a purpose to it. So if you're not consistent on a certain thing, that could be a reflection of your marriage. You don't master that. That is not going to be good. You can't be one person one day and be 9 different people the other day. You can't just all of a sudden, change because you decide that you're going to give up on something that you haven't really tried to fix. So if you really care and support something, it doesn't mean to change who you are, because changing who you are is not going to make something go away, but it's also going to show the kind of person that you are. So that's why I said communication is important. So being consistent is really important, because the moment you make changes within yourself, not only those who pay close attention to you are going to notice, but those who you call your significant other is going to see that, because people who are wise are going to see that. So when it comes to being consistent, it doesn't mean giving up and changing who you are because you can't have a solution to something, but it means being true to yourself, doing what you love, not changing because other people hate it or other people are talking bad about it, or you don't have a solution in your mind to really make things better or positive, whatever it may be. Always stay true and consistent to yourself, because mastering that now is going to make your marriage in the future a lot better. Waking up, saying hi to your partner, making sure that your partner has a great morning, that's important, because when you are consistent, it is going to show that. It's going to show that you care. It's going to show that you are literally being consistent in the things that you do in order to make what you love and care about strong, if you understand me. So being consistent is important. And if you really show your partner or who you're with that you are consistent, it's going to build trust even strong. Don't say one thing one day and never do it. Because when literally you're saying this in the third each and every day, and in your mind you're thinking that you're being consistent, but you're not. In order to be consistent, y'all, your words should always match your actions. And the moment you change, for whatever the cause may be, that is not good. Because if you can't master in a relationship now, then clearly you're not qualified to master it in a marriage future-wise. So always being consistent is important, and mastering it is important, because not only is it going to be good for you, but it's also going to be good for the people that you care about, for the people that are around you, for the people that's supported you. So being consistent is an important thing to master. The last thing I'm going to touch up on as a reflection of your relationship, being a reflection of your future marriage, y'all, is knowing your purpose. Knowing your purpose of why you wanted a relationship. Knowing your purpose of why you want a marriage. Having a purpose of knowing your goals. Knowing that you're doing it for yourself and not to please others around you. Knowing that this is the genuine person that you are, that you're trying to leave a legacy, that you're trying to leave something great behind and trying to build something great. Knowing your purpose. Because the moment you get a grip of understanding what your purpose is, everything else is going to fall into part of you being a true, genuine person. So understanding and knowing your purpose is important. You can't live life each and every day and not having a purpose. Because then when you don't have a purpose, you're gonna become more confused in life than ever. And not only will that affect the people around you, but it's also going to affect yourself. So understanding your purpose, taking the time to understand your purpose, even if your purpose needs a little, changes, a little upgrading, understanding your purpose. Okay, if your purpose is really real, genuine, and you know the reason why you wanted this purpose, it is going to benefit you in the long run. Because each and every day you're gonna wake up knowing you have a purpose of what you do and why you do it. And not only is having a purpose good for you, but it strives you to be a stronger, better, and more a person who can master things in life. Your relationship is definitely going to feel like you're already married without even the documents and all the whole ceremony and everything that people go through in marriage is going to already feel like that. Because where there's happiness, y'all, there's peace. So knowing and understanding your purpose of what you do and why you do it is extremely important to master. And you master that by taking the time each and every day to reflect and understand what needs changes. But I appreciate y'all to tune into episode 28. Your relationship is a reflection of your future marriage, y'all. And definitely, y'all, if I have or missed anything, y'all, please comment down below. And I want to hear y'all feedbacks, y'all. Most definitely, y'all. And yeah, if you haven't yet, smash that subscribe button and let's get this to definitely 5K likes and maybe 10K likes, it all depends on how y'all feeling about this topic, y'all. But definitely I thought this topic was very important because a lot of times we don't realize that the relationship that we are in now is literally going to be a reflection of how our marriage is going to be like future wise, so that's why I really wanted to touch up on this topic, y'all. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, y'all. It's Friday night, y'all. Hope y'all staying blessed, most definitely, y'all, and definitely on the road to 100K subscribers, y'all. Until next time, y'all, stay blessed. Yes, sir.